Simple Reels for Busy Business People is the name of the course that I am creating, all about how to make simple reels for your business on Instagram. So I'm really excited about this course. I've been asked by various people over several months when I'm going to create a course on reels, like it's an expectation. So I'm delivering. I'm going to create that course all about reels. I've got it all planned out. I'm going to start next week. So I am really excited. I have a survey up about reels, about what people need to know about them, about what your struggles are. So I'm going to talk briefly about that in a minute. If you haven't filled it in yet, I would love your opinion in there as well. I'd love to know what your struggles are. I'd love to know which areas you feel you need the most help with, which is what's in the survey. It doesn't take very long to fill in. Just go stick some words in there. You might win a one-to-one with me as well to help you with your reels, which I would love to do for you. So this course is going to start on Monday. It's going to start in the Brand Success Club, and then when it's all complete, I'm going to release it as a standalone course that you can go and work on in your own time. The benefit of joining the Brand Success Club by Monday, so you can join in on Monday, is that you will have access to me, you will have support from me and support from all the people in the Brand Success Club. You will have accountability, you'll be able to get feedback, you'll be able to run ideas past me, you'll be able to get ideas, you'll be able to share your thoughts, you'll be able to make the most of working on the course when you're in the club, because you will be able to get involved in the group, you'll be able to have your questions answered, you'll be able to come along to the office hour. If people are getting really excited about it, which I would hope, then I'll pop in some extra office hours to help accommodate additional questions about reels specifically, because my office hour is for anything branding related. So we might have some specific reel specific focused ones as well, if that's going to be useful. And anything else that I can throw in there that's going to help you really make the most of it, I will do. But it also means that you have access to all the other stuff in the Brand Success Club too. So you'll be able to really work on building, growing and showing off your brand whilst you're working on the course. So I reckon it's going to be 4 to 6 months long. I'm saying 4 to 6 to give me a couple of weeks leeway, because I want to make sure that I'm not going too far ahead of where you are when you're in the group. So I want to make sure that we're all working on it quite comfortably. And if it gets to a point where people just need a bit of time to catch up, I can just hold back a little bit and then give you some time to catch up and get some more questions, then we can move forward. But it will be quite simple. So I think 4 weeks is probably about sufficient. I just want to add in an extra couple of weeks to give you an idea, just in case it overruns. But whatever happens, when I release the course, I will be charging more for the course than the cost of 2 months in the Brand Success Club. So this could be a really good opportunity for you to get some really excellent help with your reels, because it will be one-to-one and one-to-many, and we can really work together to make this whole thing work for you, rather than you just working on it in your own time without any support, which is how it's going to be ultimately. Though there'll be possibilities of figuring that in as well, but it'll be an additional thing that I need to consider when I get to that point. But anyway, it's starting on Monday. I'm just so excited. So I'm going to be able to help you with all the things that I know you really struggle with when it comes to reels. I've got my survey, I've got responses already, and I know what some of those problems are. And to be honest, they are pretty much the answers I expected, but it's quite nice to have that validated, isn't it? So there's things in there where people are saying that they want to make reels, but they don't know how to make them different to that other content. They don't know if they have the skills or technology. They don't know where to start. They want to improve interest with people. They don't want to show their face or do anything pointy. I am not going to help you point at the screen and dance, unless that's what you want to do. It's not something that we're going to cover in Simple Reels for Busy Business People, because it's about being simple and it's about being comfortable with what you're doing. Yes, there will be a little bit of confidence building required, most likely. I think we all experience that when we start something new, but I'm not going to expect you to point and dance. People say they don't know where to start, they're struggling with the content, they don't know what's going to make people watch it, they don't know how to make things short enough, they don't know how to use the technology, they feel like they need like a step-by-step guide, which you'll definitely get. They're worried about strategy, which you'll definitely get. They don't know how to do fancy things with them. They're worried about how to get reach and how to convert into sales. They don't know what appeals to people. All these things, the kind of things that I pretty much expected when I put out the survey. So that was quite nice. But I think it's just really useful to know that these are the things that other people worry about as well, and they're the things that you might be worrying about, and the things that we are going to cover in the course. I don't want you to leave feeling remotely uncomfortable or worried that anything is missing. In fact, the whole point of having the survey is to make sure I don't miss anything out. But if you're in the Brand Success Club, obviously you can ask questions at any point and you can have any answers that you need so that you can move forward with your reels. So my course is not about singing and dancing. It's not about pointing and lip syncing. Though you can do those things. I've done those things, not so much dancing, not really a dancer. That doesn't mean you have to. I think that there's a huge variety of different ways you can create reels, and you can start where you're comfortable. And then if you want to expand out your comfort zone, go for it, but it certainly isn't compulsory. So my course is about working out how to incorporate reels as part of your strategy for your business. So it's not you sitting there and going, oh, right, I've got an extra thing to do. It's saying, right, this is just an extra tool in the different ways that I can communicate. So already on Instagram, we've got video, we've got photographs, we've got carousels, we've got stories, we can go live. This is just like an extra one of those. And it's just you thinking occasionally you might want to do a reel. It's not saying you want to do 5 every day. It's saying, right, I can do a reel for that, and that would be a really good idea, and this is why a reel would be a really good idea for that piece of content, so I'm going to do it. So it's about really thinking about why you want to do a reel, when the good time is to do that, and how you're going to do it in a way that is not going to overwhelm you and take all of your day, because who has time for that? We don't have time for that. So in the course, we start off really quickly with why you want to make reels, and then we talk about all of the how bits. So that's the bit where I get my phone and I go through all of the things on the app, on this is what you do in a reel, this is how you add text, this is how you add colours, this is how you add stickers, this is how you do all of those things, this is how you do the actual creation of the reel. And this is the tools that are in there so that you know what they are and where they are in the app. So that's obviously going to be quite a meaty bit, but that's not even creating a reel yet. We're just talking about how to do it. So you don't have to make a reel at this point. Then we're going to start talking about your brand, because I am a brand explorer. So there's no way I can talk about creating reels without talking about your brand, because that is really important. And when you're creating your reels, you want to be thinking about your brand. You want to think about your brand strategy. You want to be really focused on the things that matter, that are going to help you to create reels, which are going to improve your brand, expand your brand, get your brand in front of more people, and help people understand more about what it is that you stand for. So really, really important when you're thinking about things like your values and your personality, your goals, who your audience is, who this person is that you're making reels for, because they're the most important person. And if you know who that person is, then you're going to be so much further forward in being able to make really excellent content. And that applies for everything, not just reels, but this is a reels course. We're going to be talking about how to be authentic. We're going to talk about trends. We're going to talk about different types of reel, and we're going to talk a little bit about getting over your nerves, because that's a barrier that we all have to cross whenever we do something new. So we will talk a little bit about that. Then we're going to talk about planning. This is things like the topics that you might use, just being aware that you could make reels at any moment, and being prepared for that. So having ideas of what sort of things you can think about, and what sort of things you can look out for, and what sort of things you can create really quickly while you're out and about, that are going to help you create really simple reels that haven't taken you very long because you're really busy. They're going to talk about like ideas and planning and batching and strategy and hashtags. So that stuff's all really important. That's all going to be in there. And then I've got a section that I've currently called shortcuts. There's going to be stuff, just different tips to think about what to use. There's going to be templates to use for Canva. There's going to be lists. There's going to be about using templates that already exist. We're going to talk about drafts, repurposing, and different ways to like list things and just be prepared. So all kinds of ways that are going to make making reels really easy, really simple for you to do, because that's really important. We are all busy. And I think, I've done a variety of different reels, from being quite complicated with truckloads of props and moving around and being in different places and all that kind of thing, to really simple ones. And I don't think it really matters very much which one you do, but you could do both, that's fine. But I think the simple ones are the ones that we need, because oftentimes when we look at reels, we go, I don't have time to do that. But actually, there's really easy ways that you can just incorporate creating reels into your day so that it isn't particularly time consuming. And that's going to really help you then to stand out and use reels and not find them really challenging for you to incorporate into your life. So that's what the course is all about. There'll be some links somewhere around this video. You can go find out a bit more. And I'm really excited to see you in there, either in the Brand Success Club, which will give you all of that additional support, all that additional help, which I can't wait to give you, or in the course itself, once it launches as a standalone course in 4 to 6 weeks' time after I start. So we start on Monday. Hopefully I'll see you there.